Okay, flight crew, we're in the Simbrief part now. Want to make sure that you go ahead and fill it out if you haven't. Have an account there, and when you get a chance, go ahead and download the software. This software, it goes to the Simbrief downloader. Basically, what it will do is when you complete a flight plan and you save it and generate it, you just go to this other program will pop up. This little blue tab will flash, and it'll have your current the most current flight plan that you actually just did. You can pre-select which folders you want it to go. If you have the Airbus or Flight Sim for Microsoft or Xplane, all of them will go directly to those folders. So you have for your Windows, and you have also for your Mac. So your next page, which we've already done, we planned our trip to go from LaGuardia to LAX. So we put in your ICAO code for New York Air, would be NYA, or American is AAL, or United is UAL. You can put in your flight number in here, put in your ICAO code for LaGuardia, then LAX. You also want to take a look at the weather to see what's happening. Here now the winds are at 330. It may change, and if you click up here, it'll tell you what the departures and the runways are that are in use. So they're departing on runway 4. I would maybe request runway 31 because it's really a prevailing wind, a headwind, which is really what you want, depending on the controller. But you can take a look in here and just get an insight on how to plan your departures and arrivals a little bit better. LAX, flying cross country here in the United States, the FAA requires that you have you get to review the weather at least an hour before arrival. And so you want to make sure that you get a heads up. This is a 6-hour flight, so right now the winds are at 130.8. Usually, if you're used to going into LAX, it's rare. I've never utilized runway 6 left and right. Usually it's 24 or 25, and so you can in an hour you'll know before that time which are the prevailing winds and also the active runways. You can put in automate. I usually put auto in so I can get an alternate, just in the event that the weather goes bad. If you want that, which is really cool, they have developed, Navigraph has developed the current weather map so that you can take a look and see how beforehand, before you leave, and even before you fly, you always want to double check the weather. So as you can see, we have a little rainstorm going over in the west coast. Like San Francisco's getting pounded pretty good. So that's something that heads up. I chose the aircraft type. Simbrief has all the aircrafts that are flying out there that you can choose from. And in our case, we're using the 737 738-800. There it is, right there. And then I have my own aircraft with the aircraft model number, and everything is already balanced out. It's already pre-programmed in there, and it stores it for you, which is really cool. And everything else, they'll start filling in the blanks. The climb profile, the descent profile, your cost index, that'll show up. If you use the OFP layout, the Lido, this will go right into the Zibo mod with no problem. They do have other ones like American Airlines and Air France, British Airways, Delta, EasyJet, JetBlue, and United. They do have they have their own formats that you can use in the flight plan. I have I'm with a United Virtual Airlines, and so they have their own format, and so they have it down here, and it's a different read from the other basic low plans, the flight plans. But in order for the Zibo mod to receive it properly, you just want to put in an LDI, the LAIDO. You want to make sure that you have the current nav data again and the dates. Everything is in US pounds for me. You can change it to kilos if you like. I put simple. You can do detail. If you do a detail, you get a really good report, maybe like 30 pages. That's why I send it to the aircraft, or I download and put it on my tablet. So I got 6 hours to read it to really get into the weather. There it is, 6 hours and 15 minutes. There's runway 22, and the winds are at 330 at 17, gusting at 23. And the previous video, you'll see that it was at 310. I think it was 310 at 10 knots. But that gives me an idea of what runway I want to take off on. You really want to go into the wind. And they're showing runway 6 right, landing at LAX. That's when we get there, we'll know. Passengers, just put it on auto, and it'll give you an auto count of how many people are on board. You also can put auto for the payload, which is how many bags the passengers will take. That's preset. And also the zero fuel weight. It'll figure that out for you. And here's the route that it comes up with for you. Here are some other suggested routes that you can use. Usually some of them will come from FlightAware or SkyVector. One of those two choices, or you have some other choices that you can use for the route. And if the route is valid, it will tell you that it is valid. Alright, so what you could do is you can save it. You may want to use it later on, or you just generate it. Now when you generate it, now it'll do all your calculations for you, and then it'll take you to another page. So now we have the final flight plan, and here is the Simbrief downloader. And basically what you'll do is that, as you can see, I have it directed to the I have my Xplane at Steam. So I got the Steam app, plugins, there's the Avia tab, flight plans, and there's your LaGuardia LAX. So I have all of that program in that downloader, and all I do is just make sure that there's nothing in the red, which means that everybody is going to get this flight plan. If I want to switch over and do my Flight Simulator 10 quality wings, it'll get the flight plan. Of course, it's a 787, but they'll still get the flight plan. I can just change and work the numbers from there. But here's the Xplane 11 and 12, and so it already has it. And there's a Zibo mod right there. I'll close that. And here are the results. And so I know 154 passengers, 45,000 pounds of fuel, 800. I'm going to round that off, and they can make that 46. We got the map here. Here's the complete route. You can also go up here to download where it says pre-file on the network, which is Iveo or VATSIM. Just push that button and then file it there, and then you're good to go. If you want to do a view the PDF, you just hit this button, and the PDF will show up here in the corner, and it's downloaded. You can put it on your tablet. I usually put it on the tablet, so I have a backup just in case, you know, the internet goes down or something like that. If you import the charts, that goes right into Navigraph. If you have an account with Navigraph, then another window will pop open, and then it will download that information, and you'll see the departure charts, either the SIDS or the stars, the taxiways. All of that will just be preloaded. Or when you go into Navigraph, you can also import from Simbrief, and it'll load everything into that section of departures and arrival information, which is really cool. So with the Simbrief, it's really cool. It's a very helpful tool, and so I would suggest that you become more acquainted with it. Like I said, it's really cool to have that information, and then in the Zebra mod, you just hit that one button for flight plan request, and all of this information here goes right into the FMC, which is so sweet. So that's it for here, guys. And in the next one, we'll get into the airplane and upload that information, and you'll see how that system works. Okay.